talk to you about from my new teaching on the miracle healing ministry of Jesus. That is fantastic. I spent 3 months doing it. Cost $20. Got 28 pages of notes. 3 months of work on my notes, and 4 hours of YouTube video. So get it if you want to. It's on my Facebook page or on my website too. Anyways, I want to talk to you today what is called consecration and the holy ground. Let's go to Exodus 3 and 5. It says, God said to Moses, and he said to Moses, draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. Now, the word holy means apartness. Apartness. Kadosh. It's holy. It's kadosh. It's kadesh. It's a cut. It's a separation. So the holy ground. It's a ground of where there's apartness, holiness, sacredness, separateness, apartness, holiness, sacredness, and separateness. Your walk with the Lord must be one of separation. Separation from politics, separation from idols, separation from distraction, separation from stuff that is worthless. You know, God tells us make a difference between what is worthy and what is worthless in your lives. It's a piece of land which is absolutely separated and isolated from any other land or affairs in the world and totally belongs to God. As a matter of fact, this should be your life. Your life should be one of total separation. Now, we have family. Now, we want to have fun. Now, we can go to restaurants. But it's separation, apartness from things that grieve God. You know what those things are. Sin, disobedience. To me, it's politics. God told me, politics to me is the poison. The poison. It's a piece of land which is absolutely separated and isolated from any other land or affairs in the world. So your walk should be one that's, your walk and your land should totally belong to God. You should be totally devoted to God. This is where God's calling happens to you. There is where God trusts you enough to start to use you in healing. It's a place where God starts to trust you enough to use you in signs and wonders, because God's anointing does not come easy. It does not come cheap. Salvation is free, but anointing is not free. If you want to be used in miracles, if you want to be used in healing, if you want to see healing in your own life, healing in the life of your family, where God works, where God has his anointing on your life must be one of holiness, apartness, sacredness, separateness. I cannot pronounce that. From the things that grieve God, distraction, disobedience, complacency, apathy, lukewarmness. My God, my God, my God. God hates all those things. No human agenda can come into it. The holy ground must be a place of stillness. You must spend time with the Lord. It's a place where only God speaks. It's not infiltrated by anything or anyone. It's a solitary place, and it's a secret place. When you're standing on holy ground, when you're standing in that kind of a place, then your feet is touching the ground of signs and wonders. It's touching the ground of the power of God. And cures and miracles start to flow up from your land through you. And I can tell you quickly an example of the holy ground. One example of the holy ground. Now, the holy ground is not always a physical place, it's a spiritual place, but sometimes it's a physical place. Now we're not doing meetings. We did them for many, many years. God has switched my ministry to one of healing healing ministry, praying for people. But for many years we traveled up and down the East Coast, the West, 11 states, went to New Mexico, went to Texas, I don't know, went to California, went to Africa, in the power of God. Now, I desire that again, but that's up to God. But when I would minister to people like that, someone would stand in front of me, or a number of people would stand in front of me, and I would say, no, over here, because God was telling me, no, take 5 steps over here, come up here a little bit more, or God would tell me, go backwards. And I would do this. I would have people in front of me. And I would say, no, move over here, move over there, no, stop, right there, stop. And then I would say, touch or fire. And people from feet away would shake and bake or fall. And the anointing would just flow from my hands. Not because of anything, because I'm standing on the holy ground. So holy ground is a spiritual place, but holy ground can sometimes be a specific place that God tells you. But you must be in tune, and sacredness, devotion, on fire, obedient, in love, thanking God, rejecting things that God hates. My God, don't be a lukewarm Christian. He will vomit you out of your mouth. Out of his mouth. Okay, well, listen. I want to tell you a little teaching here on the holy ground. Thank you, my friends, for listening, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.